Love is in the air at the greatest podcast on turf. The boys are happy. The boys are back. Almost playoff time in basketball. You know what that means. It's time for a very heated episode between us. We had a very heated conversation last night on my way home from the Sixers game. NBA contenders and pretenders. Going through all the playoff NBA teams. Going to talk about if they're contenders or if they're pretenders and they're just frauds. Because as we all know, NBA regular season does not matter whatsoever, as Ryan always says.
Till about this point, 15 games left. This is for seeding purposes. This is for...
the Lakers. This matters.
Yes. This also matters for, the Warriors who are at the play-in. They don't want to be in the play-in, obviously. They want to move up some. And, I guess the Kings, they want to go be the 2 seed because they're 1 game out.
Yeah. How far are they out of 1?
8.
Okay.
And I think the Nuggets probably locked the 1 seed.
Yeah. So don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We're going to start posting on there more regularly again. It's kind of hard because there's not really much content to put out, but we're going to try. Well, as always, Ryan's going to tell you guys about our sponsor before we get into it.
Little Italy Pizzeria. They got the best cheesesteaks in Delaware, 1 location. Townsend, Delaware. Come in and check it out. Let them know that the greatest podcast on turf sent you. They will take care of you. Show proof that you're subscribed or that you listen to us. They will hook you up with an additional discount. If this guy is there, he will potentially buy your meal if you show that you listen to us.
Yes. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel and you're getting free dinner. Yeah. Or a very discounted dinner off your cheap prices. It's literally easy.
East or west?
I guess we start in the East because it's not as deep. I feel like West will be longer. That's fair. East, I feel like there's more to debate about, but West, it's just
It's fair. I guess we'll start number 9.
I would say 12.
12, okay.
Because it's kind of close, down at the bottom.
Pacers.
Pretenders, obviously, but I'm a big Pacers guy. I'm a huge Tyrese Halliburton guy. My most expensive sports card is his rookie autograph in a PSA 10. It's like a $600 card. So if they make the playoffs, that would only help me. But, now the Pacers, they're definitely a couple pieces away. They have a solid young core. The Pacers aren't contending for an NBA Finals this year, probably not even next year.
Probably never, because they're in Indiana.
Yeah, Paul George was their best bet, and they were right there.
Yeah.
They had a solid squad with Paul George, I feel like. Who'd they have? It was him. Pretty sure Al Jefferson was playing for them. Lance Stevenson when he was anything. Pretty sure George Hill was point guard for them.
Yeah.
Look up that roster real quick. Might have been Monte Ellis, not George Hill. But yeah, look up that roster.
Paul George. I gotta look up his stats because I don't know.
Yeah. Paul George, just Pacers teammates.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, they were competing with LeBron when he was in Miami.
Yeah, Glenn Robinson. He was a dog in 2K, I knew that.
He won the dunk contest.
He was a dog in 2K. Oh, his stats came up great.
Yeah, they were competing with LeBron. I feel like that might be the best it gets for them for a while.
Probably. What was his good year? Probably 2015.
Yeah, I would say that's about right. Yeah, they were a solid team.
But unfortunately, we've talked on this before. It's really hard to get free agents in the NBA, especially when you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Unless it's Texas.
Roy Hibbert.
You're off to a really bad start of recognizing people.
C.J. Miles, Solomon Hill, Rodney Stuckey, David West. Holy shit. Ian Mahimi, Solomon Hill, George Hill, Roy Hibbert, Paul George, the Roy Allen. They weren't that good.
Louis Scola.
Holy shit. Names I haven't heard in a while.
They were just deep as hell, it looks like.
They're just deep, and Paul George was playing out of his mind.
Pacers Paul George was a very bad man, especially 2K.
Yeah. They were a good team in 2K, too. It's because Paul George could just drive the rack and post to anyone. Right when they started putting animations and shit in the game, it was Paul George and Glenn Robinson.
He's probably the best 2K player ever.
Yeah. Pacers, though, they're not contenders.
No, it's hard to really back them. Chicago.
I don't know why they're so bad, because on paper, they're not bad.
Lonzo's out for the year. I guess that's hurting them a good bit. They have DeRozan,
Zach LaVine. Kobe White isn't terrible. They got Vucevic, Pat Bev there,
Drummond.
Caruso, Andre Drummond, Ayo Don Sminu's good, Derek Jones Jr., Suns legend.
Pretty sure Patrick Williams was a very high draft pick.
He was a top 10, top 15 draft pick.
Pat Bev.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what their problem is. I really don't, because they shouldn't be that bad. They should not be that bad.
It's just a bunch of mid.
I think so.
Vucevic can't play defense to save his life.
Starting to think Zach LaVine's not that good.
He's not. And DeRozan is not a superstar NBA player.
Yeah.
So when you have that three combined, you get a 500 team. And they're they're less than 500.
Yeah.
They're about a 500 team in my opinion. The Wizards are somehow the 10 seed.
The best it ever got for Washington was John Wall, Brad Beal. Who was their three? Paul Pierce. Then they had Nene and Marcin Gortat.
I mean, they got Monte Morris, Brad Beal, Kuzma, Kristaps, and Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford is also a 2K stud account.
Taj Gibson, Corey Kispert.
DeLon Wright.
Kendrick Nunn's playing for them now. Denny Avicii.
I remember when Kendrick Nunn was going to be the Lakers six man.
Yeah.
Talk about a fall off on that one.
Literally. But no, Washington Contenders. Washington's terrible. Their record is way better than they actually are, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's not saying a whole hell of a lot. Next up, the Raptors at 9.
Pretenders.
I think they're pretenders, but I do think that they get... Oh, no, it's 8 teams. Yeah. Yeah, they're just pretenders. They could beat the Hawks. I don't think they do. Hawks has got a new coach today.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure it's going to turn the whole squad around, but it's a Jazz old coach, right?
Mm-hmm, I think so, yeah.
Hawks, next up, they're 31-30. They've been playing kind of...
They're a team you don't want to play, but they're not that good. They're just a team where if they get hot, they're, like, super hot.
Because you got some absolute shooters on that team. Trae Young, John Collins.
They got Onyeka Okongwu, who's a stud. Clint Capella's playing for them.
Clint Capella gets a shit ton of rebounds. DeJounte Murray's still there. DeAndre Hunter. DeJounte Murray was not that good of an acquisition for him.
No.
Bogdan, who's an absolute shooter. They still have Sadiq Bey. Or they got Sadiq Bey.
They traded for Sadiq Bey, yeah.
Murray too.
Aaron Holiday.
I mean, that's not a bad squad. I feel like they'd be decent in
2K.
Yeah.
Realistically,
honestly,
though, they're probably 2 pieces away.
I don't think this team can get 2 pieces.
I know. That's a problem. I mean, the Hawks, another team that was really good. Not even, like, not, I hate to say back in the day, but, like...
That, like, 2014?
Yeah, 2013 to, like, probably 2015, 16. I mean, what? Jeff Teague. Dennis Schroeder was young when he was playing for them.
Yes.
They had...
Kyle Korver, Al Horford,
Paul Millsap. They had... I'm drawing a blank on his name. Really good defender, dreads.
Prince? Fareed?
No, not Tarion Prince. Damari Carroll.
Damari
Carroll. I mean, they were given... They just couldn't beat LeBron, which granted, it just sucks they got dealt that.
Yeah.
It's like all the... It's like back in the day, all the Eastern Conference teams that had to play like Michael Jordan, like the Pacers when they had Reggie Miller, the Knicks when they had Patrick Ewing. I mean, they just couldn't... They were always so good, but they just couldn't get over that hump to beat one of the all-time greats.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
So what are the Hawks? Contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders.
I think they can...
They might steal around. I mean, they might steal
If they play the Bucks, they're not going to steal
They're
around.
like the Trailblazers. Always play tough in the first round, might squeak by, and then they get to the second round, and it's just like...
I think they would beat the Knicks, the Nets. They could beat the Cavs even.
Yeah.
Like, they should... They're probably, like, in that range right there.
Yeah, I mean, Brooklyn probably isn't on shit. No, I mean, Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and Cam Thomas ain't carrying them to the playoffs.
Cam Thomas could do it.
I have him in fantasy, and after those 3 40-point games, just like I just dropped him.
He's dropped?
It's only 10 guys.
Bad? Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the last, like, 5 fantasy performances, I think he had, like, 21, 15, 7, 3, and -1. Not in that order, but, like, I mean, he was just...
A little bit of a fall off.
But, yeah, I mean, Atlanta pretenders, but they're, like...
I think they can win a round,
mm-hmm.
like they did.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yep, fuck you. We'll get there when we get there because I want to talk about it.
The Heat.
I want to talk about it.
The Heat. I think the Heat are contenders in the fact that I respect Jimmy Butler, and I do respect Kyle Lowry. I think he might not be that good.
Kyle Lowry didn't play last night.
Okay.
I would say I don't know if he's hurt or what, but he's just I don't know if he's like what his deal is, but he didn't play a single minute last night.
I'm not sure if hopefully he's
Jimmy
not.
Butler almost had. I think Jimmy Butler had a triple-double or was like a rebound away. Halfway through the first quarter, he was at like 9, 6, and 6, I think.
It says he's out, but I would say he's not. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
I knew what game it was going to be when it was like halfway or at the end of the first quarter. Jimmy Butler had 9, 6, and 6. I went to the Sixers game last night for those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about.
Are we going to touch on this now, or are we going to wait until
Let's talk about it when we get to them.
Okay. Heat, I think, are contenders because of those three guys that I mentioned. They're still a decent team.
I mean,
They're falling back because they paid Duncan Robinson so much damn money,
and he doesn't play. Duncan Robinson didn't play a minute. I don't know if he's hurt or what.
He
but
probably sucks.
I mean, Tyler Hero played good last night. Bam Adebayo did okay. I mean, the Heat, they're not. The Sixers had 20 turnovers last night, and they beat us. They literally had 20 turnovers, and they beat us by 2 because James Harden missed the buzzer beater.
Back to the Heat.
You're right. You're right. My apologies. You're right.
I think the Heat are better than the Cavs, Knicks, Nets. Not saying
You think they're better than Cleveland?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, Cleveland's young. I'm not just going to give it to Cleveland. They're going to have to show me something. I love Donovan Mitchell.
I know, yeah, but I think they're better than Miami.
They could. I mean,
I think in a 7-game series, I think that they beat Miami.
I would take the playoff experience and rock with the Heat.
That's fair.
Me personally. I think the Heat are on that tier, though. They're not at the Bucks, Celtics, Sixers tier.
No, I mean, no. But I mean,
but I wouldn't be surprised if they beat you on the playoffs.
Who, Miami?
Yeah, I mean, they literally did, like, when was it, last year? 2 years ago?
I think 2 years ago.
I don't know. The Hawks beat you all 1 year, and Miami beat you the other one. Right?
I think so. I don't know.
I forget what the word was.
I ain't worried about Miami. I'm worried about
You should be.
Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals is who I'm worried about.
The Nets.
Pretenders.
Yeah.
Come on.
Knicks.
Pretenders. I mean, granted, they're playing. I mean, Julius Randle is elite. I saw a tweet. It was like Julius Randle's the best player on the planet for the first 15 minutes of a game. Brunson's been doing his thing.
They're undefeated since they got Josh Hart.
RJ Barrett is very quiet. I don't know what he does. I mean,
Cardio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the Knicks, another team that on paper they're pretty good. I just don't know if they're capable of winning a playoff series.
Like, I think it's the opposite. I think the Knicks on paper are really bad.
Really?
And that they just have.
I don't think so.
They just have good chemistry or something because this team is not good.
I disagree.
Jalen Brunson. I mean, that team sucks.
Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson. Quentin Grimes isn't terrible. Miles McBride and Emmanuel Quickley and Josh Hart, Obi Toppin and Isaiah Hartson. That's a decent young second team. Like, they're not. I'm not saying they're good. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're going to go make a run. I'm just saying to have that deep where you are 10 deep.
No, I'm saying they're a good team, but I'm saying that they don't have good players.
Evan Fournier.
They're a good team, but there is no superstar.
Derrick Rose
on
is still on that team.
There is not one single superstar.
I agree.
So, I mean, they're essentially pretenders, but they're a good team.
I would say they're pretenders as well, but I mean,
they might be able to sneak away a series, maybe.
Yeah,
depending on who they play. But
nah.
Cavaliers.
Who did they almost beat in the playoffs in the first round last year? When Darius Garland played out of his fucking mind. Because that was when I was like, damn, like Cleveland might be a problem. Was it Atlanta?
No. I don't think they were in the playoffs last year. But.
They might have been playing. They had a really good game in the play-in.
Yeah, because they weren't in the playoffs last year.
Okay, so they almost won the play-in tournament. But I like Cleveland a lot. I think Cleveland is probably one of the, if not the deepest team in the NBA in terms of starting lineup and then good players you have coming off the bench. I mean, what? You got Garland at the 1, Mitchell at the 2, Isaac Okoro at the 3, and then Mobley, young stud, and Jared Allen at the 5. Then off the bench, you got Ricky Rubio, Karis LeVert, Danny Green, Cedi Osman, and Dean Wade. I mean, that's a solid team. I mean, Donovan Mitchell has playoff experience. The rest of the squad sniffed it last year in the play-in tournament. Mobley and Garland went off that tournament. Jared Allen has playoff experience when he was in Brooklyn. I mean, the Cavs we talked about it a week or 2 weeks ago. They're definitely a team I don't want to play. Because, I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell who just can go off at any point. They're a team that I wouldn't want to play as like a Sixers fan in like the first round or even second round. But I would say I think that they make it to the second round.
I would say it depends on who they play. I wouldn't like playing them in the first round, but the second round I really wouldn't care. If they play the Knicks, I think they get to the second round pretty easy.
Yeah.
Which they are. Looks like they're going to play the Knicks. So.
Who do the Sixers got? Brooklyn? Let's go.
I mean, the Heat are 1 game behind.
Fuck.
I wouldn't want to play the Heat in the first round.
No.
That's just miserable. Sixers. Time for the spiel.
Where do I start? The Sixers are the most inconsistent team in the NBA. They are untrustworthy, and they are a very, very poorly coached team. Doc Rivers is not a good coach. Hated the hire from the jump. The Sixers, on paper, they ain't terrible. I mean, Harden, DeAnthony, Tobias Harris, and PJ Tucker are so fucking bad. They're on the list. They're on that imaginary white, whatever they're on there. They suck so bad. They have the best big man in the NBA in Joel Embiid. James Harden, who's a top point guard in the NBA. Tyrese Maxey given 20-25 off the bench when he's going.
Are they going to move him up? Are they just easing him back?
I mean, I personally like him coming off the bench just as that spark plug to come off the bench. Because, I mean, off the bench, you really don't have that. I mean, George Niang's good to hit a 3 every now and then. Jalen McDaniels played amazing last night. He might not have put up the best numbers, but that guy's hustle, he is just all over the court hustling. I mean, Shake Milton, DeAnthony Melton, they're good for what they'll give you. I mean, it's just the Sixers are... If they want to make a run, they have to eliminate the 20 turnovers in the game is unacceptable. It was a very, very sloppy game last night, and they won by 2, which I don't know if that shows how good they are or just how bad or like how not that good Miami is anymore. Like, what is if a team has 20 turnovers and they only lose by 2 points? What does that tell you? Like, what do you gain from that? Because I don't know.
I mean, there's other things involved. Like, if Miami just wasn't shooting well, then it don't mean shit either.
It's fair.
If Miami just couldn't make a shot, I mean, sometimes you just can't make a shot. Sometimes it's a shitty game on both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know how many turnovers Miami had. I didn't watch the game.
Not close to 20.
But, you know, I mean, if there was open shots that they just weren't hitting, you know, eventually they'll hit them. Sometimes there's more variables.
The Sixers, they're such, as a team, they're a liability. Because any given game will throw up 20 turnovers. Any given game they'll go up by 30 and blow it and have to go play in overtime.
That shit is so funny.
I mean, they did it against Cleveland the night before All-Star break. They were up by 25 and Cleveland took it to overtime or just barely missed overtime.
That shit is so funny.
It's comical. It's literally comical because it's so hard to watch.
And it's not only a regular season thing, they do it in playoffs.
They do it every year. Their Sixers are the same mother effing team every year.
Yeah.
It's just, and nothing's changed. I mean, Doc Rivers, yes, this says nothing at all. Doc Rivers is an upgrade from Brett Brown. But Doc Rivers sucks. The moment we hired Doc Rivers, I was like, fuck, I know what this is going to be. Just miss the finals every single year. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous, and it's frustrating. It's like genuinely frustrating because it is the same shit every year. It is the same fucking thing every year with them. And it's just like, it's ridiculous. You have James Harden, stud. Tyrese Maxey in the starting lineup or off the bench, amazing. Joel's the best big man in the NBA. But the fact that the Sixers haven't been able to make an NBA Finals run since...
And I don't think they've been that close. The time that they were close, they had a much better team.
Yes. The time they were close was the year Kawhi Leonard hit the luckiest shot in NBA history, and I'll die on that hill.
And granted, they were still another round away.
Yes, and that was they were right. They had to play Milwaukee, but that was their best chance at winning the NBA Finals was that year with Jimmy Butler. That was before you dumped the whole bank account on Tobias Harris and Al Horford. I mean, it's just like when you chose Ben Simmons and Brett Brown over keeping Jimmy Butler and bringing in a new coach and getting rid of Ben Simmons or moving him to play strictly the 4. That was when I knew that the downfall of the Sixers was going to start. Because, I mean, Jimmy Butler was so good. Him and Embiid together was amazing. And they literally took Kawhi to 7 games, the team that won the NBA Finals.
And Jimmy Butler brought an attitude that
Jimmy
nobody
Butler,
on the Sixers, you don't have that now.
I know. Jimmy Butler is one of the only dudes that have that swag. Like, the Ja Morant, like, I know I'm one of the fucking best. I'm going to talk my shit and let my game back it up. They don't have that anymore.
And Jimmy Butler is one of the only people that go up against LeBron and
literally
Jimmy Butler do something about it.
Jimmy Butler isn't scared of anyone, and that's the thing. I think
Jimmy Butler is the best player against LeBron ever.
He doesn't give a fuck who he's playing against. He goes out there and he wants to give everyone smoke. He don't care who it is. He'll go give anyone smoke. And, I mean, that's just a problem. I mean, everyone knew when the Sixers, I can't stress it enough, the downfall of the Sixers, I just said it 3 minutes ago, is when they let Jimmy Butler walk. They kept Jimmy Butler. You give him a max and some. You gave 2 max contracts. Give Jimmy Butler whatever he wants.
I've been saying
They fired Brett Brown half a season later.
I'm glad you caught up to me.
They fired Brett Brown didn't even make it through that whole next season. I'm almost positive he didn't. And then Ben Simmons fell off a cliff, 2 years after? I mean, it's literally, it's so frustrating because the Sixers, what could have been? Imagine Joel, Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's so oh my goodness. Now, granted, that was another Sixers team. No depth. So we're back to square one.
He got fired at 73 games.
Okay. The Sixers have no depth. The Sixers are finals contenders. They're my prediction.
He's a Spur? I didn't know that.
The Sixers, after, I don't even know how long I just went on for, but after that, the Sixers are my picks to go to the Eastern, to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals this year.
I don't know how you came up with that conclusion after the spiel you just made. Not sure. Dude, just stop doing math.
What did Young and Mace? I ride for my guys.
Yeah, I hear that. I don't agree. I feel like it would be disrespectful to say that they're not contenders. However, I don't think that there is a shot that they win the finals.
You think they're the second or third? But are they 2 or 3 in the East for you?
They're 100% not 2.
They're not top 2 to you?
Hell no.
So they're top 3?
I probably, out of respect to them, yes. But I would also not be surprised if they lost to the Heat. I mean, it's... I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to the damn Cavs.
Listen,
you know
I understand. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say you're a jackass for saying that. I agree.
Say that.
I know. I agree, though. The Sixers are. I mean,
you just gotta do that.
I'll let you take this next one so you can talk about. And I quote, "Daddy Tatum, Time Lord" with the moaning emoji. I'll let you take this one.
The Boston Celtics. They are 100% contenders.
Yeah.
They are the best team in the East. They are going to go to the finals out of the East, and hell, they might even win it
Blake
this year.
Griffin's still on that team.
Listen, this team is deep. This team is very talented, and I would not be surprised if they won the finals. Why? Marcus Smart with Malcolm Brogdon at backup. That's very solid. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Rob Williams.
With Devin White,
what an
Grant
absolute
Williams.
Squad.
Mike Muscala's on that team. Holy shit. How the fuck?
I mean, listen, you only need 8. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Rob Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Grant Williams. Solid. With Peyton Pritchard going in there every once in a while just for shits and giggles when they're up by 30.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon's been playing out of his mind. Derek White's been playing really good.
Derek White's a fantasy stud.
Like, the Boston did it right. You want, like, a good guy on your bench to score points.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have that. But now you do a Maxey, but you took a hit to the starting lineup now. Malik Beasley would have been really good for the Sixers.
I mean, the Sixers lineup, they fluctuated. Like, some games, Maxey will start. Other games, he'll come off the bench. It's just like the Sixers are just so fucking inconsistent. It makes me so mad talking.
They don't even know who to start.
It's literally just like, it's comical.
I mean, I get playing matchups, but, like, you got to have some type of, like,
It's absolutely embarrassing and frustrating and just pisses me off to no end.
Fair enough.
But no, the Celtics are obviously contenders. Sorry. The Sixers, Jesus. The Celtics are contenders. I would be an asshole to sit here and say that they're not. That would be like the Stephen A. thing to do or the Skip Bayless thing to do. The Celtics are contenders. They're arguably the best team in basketball right now. They're only second seed in the East, but again, NBA regular season doesn't matter. The Celtics, Jason Tatum, one of the MVP frontrunners. I mean, the Celtics, like Ryan said, they're just a deep team that plays very good basketball and match up pretty well with any team in the NBA.
And next up, final team in the East, we have the Milwaukee Bucks, who are on a 14-game win streak.
Damn.
Who are playing absolutely out of their damn minds. They're on a 14-game win streak, and they're only a game above the Celtics, which I think is crazy. Another deep-ass team. Drew Holiday, Grayson Allen, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez, with Joe Ingles, Pat Connaughton, Jay Crowder, Bobby Portis on the bench.
They are a very good defensive team.
Javon Carter, I feel like they need some help there, but
I mean, dude, they are a very Joe Ingles is their third.
We didn't mention Wesley Matthews, who's out, who is also very good at
Myers Leonard, Call of Duty legend.
Why would they sign him?
He's good at Call of Duty.
Yeah, I guess.
But nah, I mean, Milwaukee's on paper they're probably the best defensive team in the NBA. Giannis and Brook Lopez up there for Defensive Player of the Year every year.
I mean, them and the Celtics are
Drew Holiday, and then off the bench you got Jay Crowder, who's one of the best defensive players in the NBA, or was at one point. Bobby Portis is good for what he does. I mean, the East is so good up top, but after the fifth team, it just falls off.
I think after the third, it falls off.
I mean, it's obviously realistically speaking, probably Bucks, Celtics. Sixers right under. Then under them, you got Miami, Cleveland.
Yeah. And then it's like...
Yeah. Then it's the Knicks and the Hawks. But Milwaukee, obviously contenders.
Time to have fun. The West.
Probably got to go 12 again.
Yeah. The Lakers.
Contenders. They have LeBron. And they're playing out of their fucking minds. They're contenders. I think they can win a championship.
I think they are contenders. However, I do think they are in trouble. LeBron's out a couple weeks. They have to win some basketball games here soon. There's 15 games left. Right now, they're not in the playoffs. So this is kind of where they got...
Anthony Davis has to step up.
And I think that Anthony Davis is one of the best players on the basketball court when he's actually on it.
We'll see.
The problem is he needs to be on it for 15 games, and he needs to play a lot for those 15 games. And then that's going to translate into the playoffs to where Anthony Davis is tired. And then we got that shitty situation, because the only reason they won is because Anthony Davis wasn't tired, because they were in the bubble.
2 words.
What?
For Anthony Davis. Anthony, if you're watching this, I have 2 words for you. Dick up.
I figured that was coming.
I mean, literally, dude. This is the NBA. You're making max contract money to play basketball. And he's always hurt. He's always bitching about something. It's always something with this dude. It's like...
However, we know he's one of the best basketball players on the court when he's on it.
Yes. Granted.
He's not on it much.
I know. Yeah, thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But no, that's the only thing that's going to hurt the Lakers is the fact that LeBron is probably going to miss the rest of the regular season.
I mean, he's going to be reevaluated in
2 weeks. 15 games left. There's probably stretches into 3 weeks.
They're in a little bit of trouble. If they were fully healthy, I'd be 100% on your side.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the fact that they're not, I think they are.
Okay, so 15 games left. Realistically, Anthony Davis is probably giving you 10. I mean...
The team is good enough to win basketball games. D'Angelo Russell and...
Their schedule's tough. I remember right before All-Star break they were talking about it. Most of their games are Western Conference, and the Western Conference is right there.
I don't think it's that bad. I could be wrong, but I don't think it was that bad. Thunder.
They're playing Memphis right now as we're recording this.
Thunder, Timberwolves, Warriors, Grizzlies. That's pretty damn hard.
Raptors
Kings
are
playing for something. Knicks are playing for something.
Pelicans
Pelicans are playing for something. Rockets aren't. Mavericks are. Magic isn't. Suns might be, might not be. Thunder. Bulls won't be.
Chicago, Minnesota.
It's pretty hard.
I mean, yeah, it's like
they don't play the Spurs or nothing.
I mean, they have
the Rockets, but
Houston and maybe OKC if you still consider them bottom of the barrel. But I mean, it's the Lakers. It just sucks. Fucking LeBron getting hurt this stretch, dude. It's so, and you know the LeBron haters are gonna be like, oh, he didn't make the playoffs again. I mean, like, I'm so sick of it. Just LeBron's the greatest basketball player of all time, and if you don't admit it, grow up. It's no disrespect to Michael Jordan. If
I think it's still MJ.
Whoever you have as your one, the other's got to be 1A. So it's literally it's an argument of it's literally an argument on who you probably watched play. Except like for your case, you didn't watch Michael Jordan play. You're just a little more like sensible, or like you like to play the more like realistic thing with certain things, which is fair. I respect it. But LeBron is my GOAT. But it's literally 1A. It's interchangeable. I don't give a fuck what you say. It. The MJ LeBron debate, it's like arguing politics. You can talk about it, yell about it all you want, but the other person's opinion probably isn't going to change. It's pointless. It's like music, too.
Yeah. Yeah. The Blazers.
Shout out to Dame for dropping 71, but they are not good.
Dame keeps talking shit like, don't let me win a finals. Yeah, trust me, you won't.
Thanks, Dame.
Yeah, you won't, homie.
I mean, if the entire West... Yeah, good luck. If Damian Lillard wins the finals with the Trailblazers, I will put him in the top 5 point guard all-time combo.
I'll put him at 1 because he ain't doing that shit. So it don't matter.
I'll throw him over Curry and over Magic. I'll make
him my GOAT.
If Dame Lillard wins a finals with the Portland Trailblazers by himself, I will make him the greatest point guard all time.
I'll put him on my lock screen like Jake.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse, that or Daddy Tatum. I don't know what's worse.
One of them was a joke.
Yeah, Jake's is a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blazers are not contenders at all. Stop.
They're not, but shout out to Dame for doing his thing. Pelicans.
I was thinking about this in the car on my way here, honestly, because what the fuck? What are the Pelicans? They're like a fake team. I mean, I don't know.
How long is Zion out for?
I thought he was supposed to be back a month and a half ago. Like before, I thought he was back before All-Star break.
So he's not coming back. He's not.
I mean, the same LaMelo. LaMelo's done for the year. He fractured his ankle.
I did see that. I mean, they got C.J. McCollum at point guard.
They have 2 shooting guards running their 1 and 2. One of them's out of place.
Brandon Ingram, who's a baller. Herbert Jones,
there.
Replacing Zion and Jonas Valanciunas.
I mean, then Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance Jr.
They suck.
Yeah.
They need Zion back, and I'm not sure he's coming back.
Pretenders, next.
Set for more imaging? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Zion ain't fucking playing the rest of the season.
The Timberwolves.
Pretenders.
They are falling off hard. They were like top...
I don't know what they thought.
They were up there. Like
I don't know what they thought bringing in Rudy Gobert was going to do for them. I really don't.
No.
Because you have Karl Towns, who's just Rudy Gobert with the 3-shot. Karl Towns is Rudy Gobert if he could shoot a 3-pointer. They're not that good. Anthony Edwards, he's got swag to him too, but he's not that good.
How long is Cat out for? They got Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Kyle Anderson, and Rudy Gobert in the starting lineup right now.
Who's their bench? Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Tarion Prince is their backup 3 and 4.
Austin Rivers. Yeah, they're pretenders. I mean, I don't know why they brought in Rudy Gobert.
That did nothing good for them.
They gave up a lot too, didn't they?
What?
Didn't they give up a lot?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, they gave up a whole fuck ton. Yeah, what were the details of that trade? Because it was something stupid.
Can I please to see the trade?
Look up like images maybe, and there might be like a graphic giving the rundown. I mean,
okay, here we go. Malik Beasley, Pat Bev,
Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt,
a first,
four
first.
firsts.
Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt.
And Pat Bev, who didn't. Pat Bev played for them last year. But, I think Walker Kessler's playing for the Jazz now. Oh, Banks. That was a fucking dumbass thing to say. The Jazz literally traded for him.
Yeah. But
the Timberwolves, one of the worst ran franchises in the NBA, if not the worst. Besides, like, Houston. Houston is a shit show.
So is Brooklyn.
Yeah. Houston's, I don't remember who was saying it, but someone said, like, Houston is literally just, like, not, their coach isn't even coaching. They're just letting Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green just play basketball. Like, they're literally just letting them play basketball. And that's, like, someone said it's like an AAU team with, like, 2 studs. They're just letting them play and just...
I mean, whatever works. The Jazz.
Pretenders.
Who the hell do they even have?
Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler.
Oh, yeah, no. They suck.
I mean, yeah. The
Warriors.
Contenders, obviously.
Contenders.
Barring injuries.
Contenders. They are 100% contenders.
Yeah. I mean, when Steph's healthy, he's probably the best player on the court.
And the whole...
One of, if not the best player on the court in the game.
For sure. And, I mean, Clay is getting back right.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure he's playing out of his mind. Draymond's back.
They got Poole, Kevin Looney, who's a monster in fantasy.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. They're going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Mavericks.
Contenders. Kyrie and Luka. That's all they need.
Yeah. Clippers.
Contenders. Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi.
I feel like we're going to say contenders for all these, so we'll just rank them at the end. I feel like
I wouldn't say all. I mean, there's one that sticks out like a sore thumb that I really want to talk about because I have another team I was thinking about in the car.
The Suns.
Contenders.
I think KD's coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kings.
Pretenders. The Kings are the epitome of NBA regular season doesn't matter. Big De'Aaron Fox guy, yes, he's balling. I respect the hell out of him. But him and Sabonis ain't winning the finals. With Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes and Keegan Murray. And Malik Monk.
The game where they played the Clippers and it was like 175.
Yeah.
Malik Monk had 40 points. I'm like, yo, how the hell did they let him do that?
The most quiet 40 off the bench is crazy.
I'm pretty sure Fox and Malik Monk had 40 each.
With Malik Beasley's 40 or Malik Monk's 40 coming off the bench is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, they got some studs. Davion Mitchell, Baylor legend.
They're the epitome of why NBA regular season doesn't matter.
They have Matthew Dellavedova. Nice.
Him and Kevin Huerter got to be the 2 best players on the team, right?
That's the bonus.
Just some sneaky athletic guys with high motors. Shoot the 3 ball.
Oh, man. Great.
And then...
Grizzlies.
Contenders.
I don't think they're contenders to win a finals. But I think that they can win the first round depending on who they... Actually, they ain't winning that first round. They're taking an L.
Damn, that's a tough draw.
That's
a rivalry, though, dude. That's 7 games of hell.
If it's Mavericks Warriors, I don't care who it is. I'm taking both of them over.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Me personally.
I mean, the only thing that's really going to hurt Dallas is probably depth, which seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah.
Same with Phoenix, as we talked about after the Kevin Durant trade.
That bench is horrible. They might want to put KD on the bench.
I mean, I guess...
They need somebody to score points on that damn thing.
Yeah. I mean, Memphis is another very deep team.
Yeah.
Ja, Desbane, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams. Great 5. Coming off the bench, Tyus Jones is great. He averages like 24 when Ja doesn't play. Santi Aldama's a stud. He's been doing his thing. Xavier Tillman.
Luke Kennard can shoot.
Brandon Clark on the 3rd string that's a solid.
I was going to say, what happened to Brandon Clark? Wasn't he
injuries, and he was playing a lot when Jaren Jackson was out. I think that's why he was getting like a lot of time because Jaren Jackson was out. Mm-hmm. But now that he's back and they bought it, Santi Aldama was a hot first-round pick for them, and he's kind of been living up to the hype. So, I mean, he just kind of got lost in the rotation. All right, let's go.
Nuggets. They're contenders.
I think...
I mean, they might not win a finals, but they're contenders.
I'm taking Phoenix over the Nuggets, Clippers over the Nuggets, Mavs over the Nuggets, Warriors over the Nuggets, Grizzlies over the Nuggets. And if the Lakers get in, I'm taking Lakers over the Nuggets. They ain't that good.
I pretty much. I would take these 4 over the Nuggets. Suns, Clippers, Mavericks, Warriors.
That's fair.
I wouldn't take the Grizzlies because I don't really believe in them too much. I wouldn't take the Lakers now because of what happened to LeBron.
Yeah.
If it was before, then yes, I would. But I'm worried about. I'm just thinking about it. I mean, they're not going to be right. Yes.
Yeah. No.
So many things are working against them.
Yeah. It's a shame too because they just started playing well. They had a great
3-game win streak. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. It sucks, dude. I mean, who knows? Maybe they can scrape together some of these tough wins and make the play-in.
It's just, even if they do, it's like the team's probably fried.
2 words. 4 words. DTFU.
Yeah. Let's see what Anthony Davis is doing right now. Austin Reeves, dog.
I mean, what
right there.
I'm surprised Anthony Davis is playing 5 points and 7 boards in the second quarter, about halfway through.
Him.
Dennis Schroeder. Okay.
Brandon Clark doing things. Okay. I'm just talking about him. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see. And some of my man
Who's
Reeves.
Wenyen Gabriel and why has he played 7 minutes?
Who?
Wenyen Gabriel. Why has D'Angelo Russell not played a minute?
He got 6 boards and 4 points though.
Why hasn't D'Angelo Russell played a minute? Mo Bamba.
I mean, they're really doing this.
Scottie Pippen Jr.'s on the Lakers.
Oh, you haven't seen that story?
Oh,
Malik Beasley and
had an affair with
his mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Austin Reeves is the best player on the Lakers. Cry a river.
NBA Finals predictions.
East, I'm rocking with the Celtics because I've been doing that this whole damn time. And West, I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
Really? I'm going.
Why? It's probably gonna be the Suns.
It's just like throwing a dart at a dartboard. I mean, realistically, probably.
I want that to be the Western Conference Finals. Clippers, Suns, KD versus Russ.
That would be crazy.
Yes.
It's a shame that didn't happen right when they were big beefing,
and
right
they're
after
lined up to play each other first. But if they just play each other in general, I'm happy.
Yeah. I'm rocking Sixers because they're my favorite team, and I've been backing them since 2018.
Sorry to hear that.
And I'm rocking Dallas because I think Luka's due. I think he was so close last year. He took Golden State to 6 games by himself. And him and Kyrie, I think that them two can make a run. If Luka did it by himself, having Kyrie can only help, in theory. So I'm rocking Sixers Mavs.
If LeBron's full health in 2 weeks, so he gets to play the last 5 games, do you switch up?
Oh yeah. If the Lakers make the playoffs and seed in the playoffs, I'm taking the Lakers to make the finals out of the West.
So not the play-in, you need to make the playoffs.
If they get through the play-in into a playoff seed, it doesn't I'm not saying if they have to get a playoff seed, but if they make it through if they make the play-in tournament, I'm not going to say that.
They're only 4 games out of the 4 seed.
That's really not that bad.
It's not. But they're the 12 seed right now, so it's.
Yeah, but if the Lakers get a playoff spot, make it through the play-in tournament, I'm taking them to make the finals.
All these teams are playing for something right now.
Yeah.
And they're all healthy except for the Lakers.
Yeah, and that's at the end of the day, it's like a huge fucking gun down.
Yeah.
Well, bit of a longer episode. If you guys are here, thank you guys for watching. This was a fun one. And we will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Peace.